time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah? Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, move on to treat, yeah. Keep listening.
Anymore. You've eaten enough treats. Hello and welcome into the Tuesday edition of your show. My name is Gary, and this little party right here is still, as far as we know, the only one in Saskatoon going live Monday to Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. And when you're doing it different, you always stand out. So biggest of thank yous to you for allowing us to continue on our quest of making the world a better place and reminding people about the importance of the golden rules. Just treat each other how you want to be treated. You do that your whole life, you may too be blessed with an incredible content creation studio, just like this. That's all it takes. Don't be a dick. So easy, but yet so hard for so many people. And to thank you for joining us here and supporting that cause. We have a camera that is second to none as far as cams go on the internet, including all those ones you're thinking of right now. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the Maggie Cam. Look at her. Marge, what are you doing, bud? All right, well, guess we got the back of the Maggie. That's okay. You can see her one leg. That's kind of cute, kicking out to the side. Not bad. The Maggie Cam, proudly presented to you by our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer. Margaret's boyfriend, Leroy. He also greets people at the door. He's got a bed right beside the door at Pet Planet on 8th Street. He says, hey, come on in here. And he drags you in, walks you up to the till. Either Mike or Rochelle will be there. They are the incredible, amazing owners of the establishment and second to none as far as human beings go. Already, you're getting support local and you're getting really good people. That's what we look for around here. And then the party starts, whether you're looking for all those toys strewn throughout the store. 2 full walls, a couple aisles. You bring your puppy right in with you, and Leroy will grab the leash, just like he does with Maggie, and walk them around to the different toys, and you can pick them out. It's a lot of fun. And then they also have the buckle-up collars and leashes, matching, fantastic, all your favorite cartoons, TV shows, movies. I got my amazing Spider-Man right here on the table right now. That's Maggie's buckle-up collar. They buckle up just like airplane seats. It's incredible. They also have the extending leashes and all the other stuff you need leash-wise, and those things that you stick into the ground so your puppy won't take off, all that stuff. It's all there. And then it is Tuesday. That means bones are on sale every Tuesday and Thursday. Go stock up on all those bones for your lovely pet. And then they got an entire wall full of all the dry foods in the history of mankind. And right beside that giant wall, they got fridges full of all the raw foods. If you're looking to change your dog's diet, you want to get into that raw food diet, they got you covered there. Fridges, man. Crazy. And then right beside that, the best puppy spa in the entire universe. Right there in-house. Super affordable, giant basin, lift your pup up, plop them in, soap, rinse, blow dry, all contained, no mess for you to deal with. And again, the most affordable spa in town. Then on the other wall, you got all your medicines, all the different things you need to keep your pets healthy. They even have a fashion aisle with jerseys and booties and all the stuff you need to celebrate all your favorite teams. Go Jays, go Riders, all that stuff. It's all there for you. And if that's not enough to get you to head on over to Pet Planet on 8th Street, they're open after hours and on weekends because they care. They care about you, and that's why we love them so much. Kirsten and Chris are the ones who run after hours and on weekends, so go by, say hello to them if you can't make it during regular business hours. Yeah, that's why we're looking to get some action here. You know, you probably hear that sound a lot. It's Maggie trying to dig through the grass, and that grass, you're not going to believe this, but it's fake grass. I know it looks very real, but that's some fake grass, so she's always trying to get in there, so. Without further ado, thank you to our friends, and please be sure to go on over and say hello to the gang over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer. Well done, Margaret. She's getting food tonight. She earned it there. Very well done. All right, you know by now what we get up to around here. Mondays, we check in with our Fantasy Zooms with Boone. Sometimes Brooksy stops by, maybe even Emily May. It's a lot of fun. We also have Recovery with Cal. That drops every second Monday. Just a new episode dropped yesterday, episode number 4. Very pumped about that one. Wednesdays, we go all the way around the world for the All the Way Around table. A lot of fun as we check in with our buddy Coach Number 1 in Melbourne, Australia, along with Mr. Baseball. Ooh, if only we had a Mr. Baseball right now. Maybe if we put that out there to the universe, it might happen. as well as Coach Kama 2. And Thursdays, we check in with CTV's Matt Young. That's always a lot of fun as well. Some more fantasy Zoom in with Boone. Fridays, we got the Friday Fun Table. But on this day, on Tuesday, we got a very special crew, a very special show for you. So much so that we have an intro, and it's pretty cool. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All That Eggs Podcast. Minus that from the bands and the barber.
Just you and me.
And then there were two. But
yeah, buddy,
a special guest as well, live studio
That's
audience.
true.
Can we shout him out, or are you being mysterious? Is he being mysterious?
No, I think we can shout him out.
We got my man Chris in the house. It's always a good day when you get another Zimmer in the building. Love you, brother. So happy you got in here. You get to see all the magic.
Yeah.
It's all amazing, amazing stuff. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good.
You're looking good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm actually on day 2 of my fast.
Maybe that's what it is. I was going to say you got a little glow to it.
Yeah, I feel so. I had an ultrasound and a dentist appointment yesterday morning. Had to fast for the ultrasound, and then supper time came, and I'm just like, I think I might just try this fasting thing out a little bit. So my last meal was Sunday evening, and
Are you going for 72?
I'm gonna kind of
after 48, you're supposed to be superhuman. Then 72, like you're reversing stuff.
That's like honestly, today it's been pretty awesome, and I don't know if it's just in my head, a little bit of placebo effect, but I'm feeling pretty darn
it's
good.
It's weird how you starve for like an hour. And it's like growing a beard. Once you get through that, dude, your money.
Yeah. I think my thing is, and I've kind of thank you. Yeah, it's something I don't know, just kind of trying. I kind of do the intermittent fasting thing anyway, just because I'm not hungry in the morning, and I usually just eat supper kind of thing. A couple cups of coffee will usually suppress.
You don't usually eat whole ice cream cakes, though, do you?
No,
you don't take full advantage of that.
Not so much. But I'm kind of taking it like 12 hours by 12. So instead of sitting down and be like, I'm doing 48 hours or I'm doing 72 or whatever, I'm just like, no, I'm just not going to eat for 12 hours. And then
just keep going.
As soon as that 12 hour comes, like, I'm just going to try not eating again for another 12.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's really weird because you read about it and you're like, oh yeah, they say after the first 48 hours it gets super easy. Like, yeah, right. And then you get there, it's like, oh, there's something to this.
Too bad. Yeah. And it's a weird
tummy growling all the time though, right?
Not really.
Oh,
I don't even have those.
I guess you don't have ice cream cakes
pains.
in you. Yeah.
Yeah.
My body tries to. It's like, why do you keep putting all this pizza and ice cream? And he's like, well, you wanted to fast. Take that.
I was expecting this morning to kind of wake up and be like, ooh, I'm starting to crave something, and just didn't even have it. And then the day kind of came and went, and here we are.
Very proud of you. That's awesome to hear. Do we have a guest here? Is that true? Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, what's the line? Say his name and he shall appear. That's the wrestler Joe Hendry. But in this case, we said his name and he has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Mr. Baseball.
There he is.
Woo! And we're shredded. That's the Shining Force joins the party theme right there, done by Matt from all the bands. Hey, you look like you got some sleep. Oh, hold on. You got him muted?
Hey, yo.
There
he is.
My guy. All right, you go ahead now, young man.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing
Can you hear me
great.
now?
Yes.
Some
absolutely.
say I'm better when I'm muted.
You always got the good ones. Did you last the whole way?
I sure did. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It was rough. I was sprawled out on the couch. I won't go as far to say I was happy when Freddie Freeman hit the home run, but
lots of people,
there was some relief, and it's the fastest I've ever turned off a television after a game ended in my entire life, especially a postseason game where I actually care about the results.
Yes, I rage ate 5 popsicles. I went straight to the freezer after that Freddie Freeman dinger. But what a game, right? Like LB and I were texting last
Unreal.
Night. He was working, so he was opping the game, and he just couldn't believe what was happening. He's like, what's this all about? Why is this happening? Who's this guy? And I was like guiding him through all the insanity.
There were a lot of things you would have to explain last night too. There was a few times when I was watching some of it with my wife. She's very busy with her school stuff right now, but she did spend some time watching with me. And there was a couple times where it's like, okay, I just need to pause the game for a second because I need to explain to you what just happened and how they just threw out Bo Bichette on Dalton Varsho's walk.
Like,
oh, it wasn't
I'm happy you brought that up, and I want to start there. By the way, Uncle Mike, this is Mr. Baseball. I'm not sure if you guys have met before.
I don't think we have
Uncle
officially.
Mike, I don't think we've had the pleasure, but very great to be here. Thank you for having me on the show.
That's right.
Of course.
Yes. This is good. So this whole Bo Bichette thing, like I can't believe that there's so many people out there blaming the umpires for this. And I get where that's coming from, but as a guy who has sat on this very set and defended Bo Bichette till the day I die, that was all his fault. What are you doing? Wait until you know, bro. Stop. Right?
Yeah, it's such a tough one, and to quote my wife, I think after I explained it, it's like, so what do they do now? Like, well, there's nothing you can do. It's Schneider can argue, but it was a mistake by Bo, but
that was a late
time.
Late call
make that
to play.
Call a little quicker.
Yeah, and then the fact that Varsho turns around and goes back again.
Yeah. Can I just run to first anyway?
Like, what was he right? Like, what's everyone clearly hears the delayed strike 3 call. Yes, it was late, but we all heard it. Then Varsho just turns around to walk anyway because he sees Bo going. Like, that whole chain reaction thing really, really upset me.
There were 10,000 weird things about that. And if we dive into each of them with 30 seconds each, this will be a 7-hour show and we'll miss tonight's game. Because there was so much strange last night.
Let me throw a little dirty Uncle Charlie at you here. That's curveball.
Bring it.
That's curveball.
Okay.
Nice one.
What was worse? Hey, nice. Very well said. Schneider trying to go home, coach sending him home in that particular moment, or the Bichette? Like, so I'm feeling like Schneider, you got Vladdy behind you. Your best guy's coming up. Maybe don't get out at home. But
here's the thing.
Can guys say no to the third base coach, I guess is my question.
Here's the thing about that play.
Okay.
If they hold him up, it's second and third. First base is open. Vladimir Guerrero's getting walked faster than Shohei Ohtani got intentionally walked 18 times last night.
And then I guess at that point, IKF
then it's Kiner Falefa on deck, because that's the big thing. Yeah. The things that were happening with the Jays lineup last night. I mean, you understand Springer had to come out. He's hurt.
Yeah.
You understand them taking Bichette out.
Yeah.
But, man, there was some over-managing there with pinch running for Alejandro Kirk with your speedy backup, Tyler Heineman.
Yeah.
Who's, on the MLB The Show, I'm sure Kirk would be a 1 speed and Heineman would be a 5 speed. Like on the 99 scale.
No, then, the broadcast team did a very good job of reminding everybody that the Dodgers still have their original 9 in, and the Jays have the Buffalo Bisons with Vladdy Guerrero. That's where it basically was, right? Like for at least 4 or 5 innings.
And then how many times did Heineman end up batting where you're like, wow, this should sure be a great spot to have Alejandro Kirk up there. But then Dave Roberts did the same thing. Like, Dave Roberts intentionally walks Andres Jimenez.
Yeah, dude.
Like, what was happening?
And then here's another one for you that I was screaming at my TV. Later on in the game, I'm not sure where it was, but they had, I believe it's the runner on third, 1 out, and first and second open, like the Dodgers were at the plate. And I'm yelling, like, why are you not walking this? Set up the double play, set up the double play, set up the double play. Did you notice any of that at any point? I noticed a couple of times where I was like, why are they not intentionally walking here to set up a double play?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't remember the specific play you're talking about because it was an 18-inning game.
We watched 2 games. We watched a back-to-back doubleheader. Literally the second longest time-wise of all time, tied for the longest ever in the same stadium the last time it happened. Crazy.
Can you imagine this game being played pre-pitch clock?
Man. That's how you get to 7 hours, right? And that's sort of a funny dynamic to look at too. Is like, you want to know the difference between 2018 and now? 18 innings then, 7 hours. 18 now, like what, 6-ish?
Yeah. There was some bad managing. There was some just absolutely terrible base running.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to bring the toot bland phrase more into our vernacular here on your show. And
like that.
I feel like it's being embraced a little bit. And man, that game last night was toot bland all over the place. And sorry, Uncle Mike, if you haven't heard, a toot bland thrown out on the base paths like a nincompoop.
Hence the name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were so many toot blands.
Oh man. And
there's a lot of bad base running, some bad managing, some phenomenal out of nowhere pitching performances on both sides. It was such a
catching.
I keep on thinking of things I want to talk about, and I know we have limited
so
time.
many. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Like, okay, I'm in the same boat. Will Smith thinking he walked one off. Dalton Varsho. Like, how
Yep.
many did Varsho steal on the warning track last night? Would have been like 4 or 5, just an extra.
Yeah, like not necessarily over the fence robberies, but like ones that it's like, hey, all right.
Like Will Smith's pimping it. He's like, that's gone. Game
Yeah,
over.
he thought it was gone.
And
do you do the thing I do
with that?
when there's a ball like that and you don't know whether it's gone or not? I like super inhale, like I'm trying to suck the ball back in.
Don't leave.
I realized I do that unconsciously now, or subconsciously, whichever.
Might help.
Oh, yeah,
on
it helps.
some
Might
level,
help.
You know.
Can't hurt.
Exactly.
Every little bit helps.
That's right.
For sure. So you talked about the base running. Was it Heineman who slid into third standing up and it sort of worked out for him? And then the announcers were talking. Yeah. What do you think of that play?
I mean, yeah, you got to slide there.
Yeah.
And it was so,
you got to slow down your momentum, they say.
Funny looking. What's that, sorry?
You got to slow down your momentum, they say. That's a big part of it.
I mean, he was coming in hot. If he had slid, he might have gone right over the bag. It's possible.
Was that after
but
Shohei did that?
You got to anticipate that Muncy is going to try and touch the bag because that's his best play.
Yeah, for sure. Was
so
that
you
after?
You got to get ready to slide.
Or before, talking about the base running blunders when Shohei went past the bag on that steal attempt?
Yeah. That was
another one. It's like, you're Shohei. You're supposed to be Shohei. Why are you doing that? Like that? Is that a mental error or is that just, being too big and too fast and too strong?
Yeah, I think all in all, I'm willing to give Shohei a pass for after his game last night. I feel like I can't remember the insane amount of money he makes a game. He earned it last night.
Let's touch on that.
I believe a little bit of slack is earned.
Yeah. Listen to this. Uncle Mike, tell me if this is a good game. Reaching base 9 times in a row, I think it was.
9 times. Yeah.
4 intentional walks, 1 non-intentional but totally intentional walk, 2 home runs, 2 singles, and then
wasn't it 2 doubles?
Or 2 doubles? Yeah, probably. Whatever it was.
I think it was 4 extra base hits. His hits were all extra bases.
There's a reason no one's pitching to him. Yeah. Like we haven't seen this since Barry Bonds. 120 times I think it was with Bonds in the regular season.
Yeah.
Back in the day, intentionally walked. I believe we saw a Barry Bonds performance last night. And then let's get into this tonight because we're not going to keep it too long.
No, it's fine.
Shohei's hitting the mound after his performance last night.
Thanks, kid.
Dude.
Can you go give us 7 innings?
Like,
maybe 8 or 9?
Do you think he gets a quality start in? You think he's going to go 5?
I mean, if there's someone on the planet who can, sure.
Yeah.
Because the one thing I'm learning is don't doubt what Shohei Ohtani can do because holy cow.
Well,
he's phenomenal.
When he's
the best player ever in the history of baseball.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's close. And I don't know what the counter argument is. And we're very lucky to get to watch him play baseball.
Fully agree. With Shohei and his leg there, they had that moment where it's like, oh, everyone hold your breath. Shohei's looking a little stiff, a little crampy, whatever it was.
Yeah.
The second I saw that, I was like, oh, good, he's not pitching tomorrow. This will be great. And then, of course, he stays in the game because he's Shohei. Yeah. Do you think there's anything lingering from that the Jays might be able to expose tonight on the mound?
I mean, it's possible. We won't really know until things get going, but certainly, I'm never the kind of guy who's rooting for an injury, and I'm certainly not saying that you are either. Yeah. But I want the Jays to beat Shohei, and I want Shohei to be at full strength. And have we gotten official word, by the way, speaking of injuries, of Springer's status?
Yet. I haven't. But
I've been checking. I haven't seen anything.
Let's see if we can find something because what did they say it was? Was it rib with him or something around?
I think it was an oblique.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because he kind of did the thing where he grabbed the side. Sorry, you can't really see me, but
yeah, I got you.
The
man cave looks good, by the way. The Cub Cave, the Cub
Thanks,
Cove.
brother.
I love that one.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have starting lineups. Yeah, Lucas leading off, Vladdy, Bichette, Barger, Kirk, Varsho, Clement, Jimenez, IKF.
Springer. I mean, the one good thing is this means they can shift Bo to designated hitter.
That's
if you want to look at a glass quarter full perspective.
And you don't got to worry about pulling him out from that. You can just leave him there, which would be good. Then you got your defense that you like. Anything else weird on this storyline? Not really, hey? Pretty much par for the course everywhere else.
Really, I mean, Lucas in the leadoff spot. Looks pretty typical. Again, you look at this lineup at times, and they've done it all year, and you also kind of go,
Makes
how
no
they
sense.
do this all year?
Well, dude, when they go frickin' 7 innings and extras with that lineup, like,
Yeah. Hung with them.
Like, yeah, what'd they say at one point? No Bichette, no Springer, no Kirky.
Yeah.
Who was the other? Like, there was like two. It's just insane that this team was even in it. And I guess that brings us to the next sort of holy shit, what just happened moment from last night. Every single
You'll
bullpen.
have to be more specific.
Exactly. Both bullpens going to their last guys.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yamamoto warming up after starting
Yoshi.
game 2.
Well, I guess that was what, Saturday? So one day in between. That's not bad, right?
Sure.
I think that's the Japanese way, though, dude. I think that's what they
I
do.
was
And
surprised
the
it wasn't
Dodgers way.
Snell.
Yeah.
Because he started game 1, you'd
The
think,
one
and
before.
he didn't last super long. I was a little surprised it wasn't him. So that makes you wonder if there's something up with him.
Yeah.
Bassett or Bieber, pardon me, was stretching it out down there in the bullpen, looking like, all right, tomorrow's starter, sure, I can
Why
come
are we
in.
doing this? Yeah. Ridiculous. When Fisher was coming in, I was telling LB, I said, oh, did they just say Fisher? They better not say Fisher. He goes, why? They did say Fisher. Like, oh, no, he's got a little control issue. And sure, I mean, and the funny part is I was confusing him with Brendan Little, but they both have command issues, so it was no big thing. And then for Fisher to come in and do what he did, to be able to pitch without really throwing strikes and to get guys out, swing and misses, to go the distance that these relievers went yesterday, that was incredible. I don't think anyone would ever expect to see that against the Dodgers.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, just heroic performances, and you see it all the time in World Series, especially. It seems like guys that you just never expected anything out of, and they really step up to the moment. And then guys that you expect to be great can kind of fall on their face, and it's why it's the best game in the world.
Like, just for that at bat to start too, when I told LB, I was like, yeah, he's a bit of control issue. Maybe he'll figure it out. Then first 3 pitches, ball. I'm like, oh, there he goes. And then he just settles in. They all just settle. Like Eric Lauer, he's out there. He's looking like Sandy Koufax, man. Like, he was unbelievable.
Eric Lauer for the Jays and Will Klein for the Dodgers are just unreal performances. Kind of almost the forgotten men on those pitching staffs. More so Klein than Lauer, but we saw it from him during the year. Lauer actually had a pretty good season for the Jays.
He was, dare I say, one of the most important pitchers on that roster because he filled in all the slots that everyone kept going down in.
Yeah.
The glue guy. So, incredible stuff. All right, you got Bieber versus Ohtani tonight. What are you expecting, young man? This is your final thoughts here before we let you go.
I think, sorry, I just saw something on my TV here of Springer grabbing at his oblique, so I'm wondering if there's news coming in. But I think if the Jays can get to Ohtani, which I think they can because everyone's going to be tired. Yeah. I think we'll see some cracks in the Ohtani armor tonight, although I just said never bet against him.
Against him, yeah.
I'm going to bet against him tonight. They're going to get into that Dodgers bullpen. And I think the Jays have a good chance tonight. And I mean, that might be sort of wishful thinking on my part because they got to win tonight.
Yeah. And I think it'd be quite humorous to look at the availability for pitchers tonight. Like, everyone's right back out there, right? Like, it's the World Series. You're not sitting.
Yeah. And I'm guessing both managers might, in reaction to last night and the way it all played out, who knows? We'll see if we'll see if they back off a little bit with the crazy pinch hitting, pinch running, lifting back early. And both guys are looking for complete games from their starters. Who knows?
What was the deal with real quick? This is one more quick one. When they were talking about Dave Roberts going to use a position player to pitch, like, you heard that, right? Like, I wasn't falling asleep and dreaming. Like, what the heck? Why would they even give that airtime?
Yeah, that is wild, and I think it was Tom Verducci
who we like. Everyone loves Tom Verducci. I love that guy. He loves the Jays.
Here, I'm gonna grab real quick my one of my all-time favorite books, The Cubs Way by Tom Verducci.
Beautiful.
He's he's one of the really most reliable, solid guys. So I don't know where he got that from. And then it was like, well, when you say position player, are you talking about Ohtani?
Yeah.
or what. So that was just weird, but that would have been just plain kooky.
I'm with you, buddy.
Yeah.
His name is Mr. Baseball. He joins us every Wednesday on the All the Way Around table. You'll be in tomorrow, my friend?
I'm planning on being in tomorrow. We'll see how late the game goes tonight.
Yeah,
but
no
Some
kidding.
great news, right?
Yeah, it's going to
Some
be about,
great
we're going to be
news.
talking about this thing being tied. I got a feeling.
I hope so. I hope
Right on.
so.
All right, brother. You enjoy the game and get some rest, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Take care. We'll see you later.
Always love
See
it.
you.
Mr. Baseball, everybody.
Hey-o.
Here. Yeah, you don't get a name like Mr. Baseball without being able to do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
You gotta know
some
a
of
couple
us are
things.
into this or into that, and we know this and know that. He is
knows
baseball.
everything.
He is baseball. That's it. Hanging out with Uncle Mike here on the Tuesday edition of your show. We have no Barber. He's doing kid stuff. No Matt from all the bands, but it is you and I.
Yeah, buddy.
And you actually also brought a guest. But before we get there, we're going to do a quick little live read for you. You see on the bottom right there. Elmwood Fall Feast. Tonight is the night. I'm heading over there a little bit after the show here today. And it's a lot of really, really good, positive energy going on. I always say I love being at this thing because it's full of good people doing good things. And the Fall Feast is all about raising money for transportation vehicles. Apparently Auntie Susie's Lodge is the next one to get one. So tonight we could be fundraising for her vehicle. That's going to take her all over town, all the bowling, all the Blades games, all the good stuff. ElmwoodYXE.ca/Fall Feast is where you can go to make a donation. Tickets are not on sale anymore, but donations are always encouraged. And we would love to see some help in there as we will be celebrating all things Elmwood tonight at the Big Fall Feast, Prairie Land Park. That's my friends Sina and Tiernan right there. Hopefully you're going to see them tonight. A lot more, so it's going to be so good. Again, ElmwoodYXE.ca/Fall Feast to make some donations and help out on that front. Supper time getting very, very close. Baseball tonight. You know what goes great with baseball, Uncle Mike?
Well, some wings.
How about some wings?
I
This
would
is
love
your
some
passport that you pick up from either Markham Mall or Lawson Heights. Bugsy's location. Once you get it, there's 69 different flavors that the mad scientists have cooked up for you in the kitchen. And they are so good. Today is Tuesday. Every Tuesday and Thursday, over half price off of each order of wings. So you can go in there, knock it out. Okay, and then once you got all the flavors, number one, by the way, for the power ranking around here, the Sweet Pickle Heat. Number one for the power ranking with LB. Just got taken over during this past 13th Melon. He is all about the Flamin' Butter Chicken.
Oh,
Number one on his power ranking.
Okay.
Freaking lost it for him. LB's in the booth today, by the way. Shout out to him. Once you have this whole thing all stamped up, you win the Aphrodisiac in shirt form. It is the I Did the 69 of Bugsy shirt. When you walk in with that shirt on, people notice. And if you really want to get it to come to your house, all you got to do, go to Skip the Dishes or Uber Eats, go into Smitty's, order a plain wing in the memo, put in the flavors you want from your passport. They come right to your door. That is how we celebrated my parents' anniversary this year. That is a true story. 5 orders, crushed them all. Hockey season also here. If I were still playing Flamingos, I would be going out to the incredible, amazing Martinsville Rec Center because our friends over at Super Skill Hockey have a facility there above the ice surface looking over it. Super futuristic, state-of-the-art. They have 3 different shooting lanes with video screens that show you the drills you're doing that we helped produce, which, well, I didn't do anything, but LB and Dragon, they had a whole team in there. It was freaking amazing. They also have the puck handling area, and they have the ice treadmill. You walk in, and you instantly get better at hockey. That's how it works. Shout out to our boy Endo and the team over there. Just head on over to superskillshockey.ca to get signed up for that. And after the Fall Feast, we roll right into the Spirit of Cosmo breakfast going on November 19th, also at Prairie Land Park. I say it every time. It's the one time a year I get up at 6 in the morning because I have to MC this. I don't have to. I love MCing this incredible event. So that's our next one as we hand out the Spirit of Cosmo Award, going to very, very worthy businesses and or people who are doing really good things in the community. And we fundraise some more. We got 50/50s going. We got live auction, all that stuff, and a lovely breakfast from our friends over at Prairie Land Park. Whew.
Take a breath.
Got through that one.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Dare I use a air horn for the boys?
Yeah.
If this sounds like something you would like to be involved with, okay, if you're also in agreement that the world needs to be better, we need to start treating each other how we want to be treated. The golden rules, if you can get behind that, if you can get behind supporting local businesses, if you can get behind being hyper-local, please reach out to us. Allow us to help you because this is the only time in your life it's a deal that truly is too good to be true because in a world where nothing's affordable, this is. and it's only affordable because we have no one sitting on a throne upstairs taking 9/10 of every single thing coming and saying, mine, mine, yes, that's mine too, mine. No, it's just us, okay? So when you join this family, you are in it with a family. Nobody's here to get rich. Everyone's just here to get comfortable. If that sounds like something that you want to take advantage, please reach out. We even got an email with a song, although we don't have too many people here to sing it. We'll see how it goes.
might be. Yeah, it'll be great.
We got, oh, look, it's like jack-o'-lantern. Boink. Pretty fun. Fun with graphics around here. Just send an email to 123 contact@dufferinave.com. That is the email. This is the theme song. Bro.
Whew, pretty good.
Baller. Who needs
Pretty
the other
good.
jabrones?
Yeah.
We're all over this.
We could do it.
And get this, I just sent Royal Anders the updates and the upgrades for this website right here, just like the email, minus the contact and the @ sign. It's dufferinav.com. Very easy, very streamlined, and very lovable. Thank you to Royal Anders for that. And the Twitch stream. We were just on it earlier today, playing Shining Force 3 Scenario 2 on the Sega Saturn, the actual Sega Saturn. It was fantastic. We quested, we ventured, we leveled up numerous times. A lot of fun. We'll be back on a Friday for a Halloween stream. And I believe it'll be Resident Evil 2 that we may be diving into. So that's also something to look forward to. Get that thing out of here. Oh, good half hour.
Yeah.
Went by really
Just
quick.
flies by.
Really, really quick. So what should we do for the next half? I'm getting kind of
Well,
bored.
I've got an idea.
If only we had something we could do.
If only there was someone we could reach out to via internet video.
I just realized
Calling.
that the light is shining off that, so we didn't even give away what's happening.
I know. And
That's kind of cool.
the cool thing is, and I was thinking about this, like, oh, I should move that. But the title of the album
Come on.
is Caught Light.
The
And
universe
that
knows.
album is catching light right now.
How many times have I told you the universe speaks through this building?
I know. It's
It's
amazing.
unbelievable. That's
I,
amazing.
I love those little things.
LB, we're looking good to go. All right. Well, why don't you go ahead and announce our next guest, my friend? Let us know who we're about to talk to.
Sure. So the album we're speaking
can
of
pick it up now, just hold on.
is
Right back
Great Lake Swimmers' brand new album
Oh, there.
Called
there.
Caught Light.
Look at that.
Great Lake
Beautiful.
Swimmers are on tour right now
No
with
way.
Elliot Brood.
That's a big name.
Yeah.
Whew.
Through Canada. I think they're playing Golden tonight.
I love gold.
They will be in Saskatoon this Saturday, November 1st, at the Capitol Music Club.
Showtime.
And we have the lead singer, Tony Dekker, coming in on the
Hey, look at that.
Zoom. There he is.
Hello, Tony.
Hey,
Can
you
hear
guys.
us?
Oh,
Yes.
perfect.
I can hear you.
Awesome. So yeah, I was just kind of letting the people out there know a little bit about the tour that you're on. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Where are you this evening?
Yeah, we actually just rolled into Golden, BC.
Okay.
We're still here at the Civic Center tonight. So yeah, we just flew across the mountains.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Roads were okay and scenery was
Well,
nice.
the scenery was beautiful. There's a lot of construction on the Trans-Canada right now.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're a bit delayed, but man, I got here just in time to call in. So
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for for making it happen. I know it was kind of short notice, and I thought with your upcoming show on Saturday, I thought it would kind of be fitting to try and get you on the show today. And
Promote the
Absolutely,
hell out of
yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
yeah,
thanks for having me.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, brand new album out now, Caught Light, and the single from the album is doing quite well. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
We had the first single, One More Dance Around the Sun, did really well. It went to #1 on the CBC Music Top 20 nationwide. So, man,
Awesome.
the response has been awesome so far. Yeah.
That's sweet.
We haven't had anything like that for a while. So at this point, we've been doing this for over 20 years. And so it feels really good to have that happen at this point, which is really great. People seem to be catching on and responding to it. So super happy about that.
So
Awesome.
what happens? Sorry to jump in here.
No,
but
no, go ahead.
I'm curious like a cat, what happens when you hit #1 on a music chart? What does that, relate to nowadays? Because back in the day, when it was the old times, you hit #1 and that meant you were famous and you were a star and you made it type of thing. Is that still, Obviously, it doesn't happen like that anymore. But does this thing sway in your favor? And sort of, are you noticing more exposure now that you topped a chart?
It's hard to say, you know. I think there's also Canada famous, as they say too.
Big time.
Yeah, some spins on CBC is really great. Our shows have been pretty full. We've
Nice.
got most of our shows have actually been sold out on this tour. So
That's
we're just
incredible.
we're filling seats and we're filling rooms, and it seems like the word is getting out about the record, and yeah, people are responding to it. So. I don't know what exactly it equates to,
Yeah,
you
well,
know?
I'm thinking it's got to open like up more opportunities, right? Like more exposure for you, because that's a huge deal,
Yeah,
man. Like it's really hard to top any chart, be it a music chart.
it's really it's hard to do. It's really hard to be a musician right now.
Yeah,
Too expensive. It's hard to get the word out. Again, like especially a band like ours who have been around for 20 years and you know, we've been at it for a long time and haven't had any sort of haven't felt this kind of support for a while. So it's I'm glad we hung in there, you know?
yeah, for sure.
I think that's the thing, you know, much like businesses, you just gotta, you know, it's not
Get your
all
reps.
glitz and glam.
Just
Exactly. You
get
just
your
gotta
reps in
keep
and keep
keep
grinding.
going, because
Yeah.
eventually, you know, it's gonna go. And but yeah, sometimes it's, you know, yeah,
This
it's not
place is a
always.
perfect example of
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And it is like riding a roller coaster sometimes too. So, yeah, in a nutshell, though, the response has been great, you know, and shows have been going really well so far. We're really excited to be in Saskatoon, actually. That's going to be, I think, maybe the second last show of this tour. So, we'll be a well-oiled machine by the time we get to Saskatoon.
Awesome. Well, and always, I mean, I get excited every time you come through town, and I know, you know, I think every time, have you played at the Broadway?
We've played mostly at the Broadway. We're playing at the Capitol Club this time, I think.
Right. Yeah.
We normally play at the Broadway, but we're at the Capitol Club this time, and man, we should talk about our collaboration, Uncle
Yes.
Mike.
Actually, I've got it right here. I was just gonna mention it. Yeah. So we have a special collaborative beard oil for Great Lake Swimmers tour. The tour is called Ballads and Badlands, so it's a Ballads and Badlands beard oil that is exclusively available.
Get that right in there. There you go.
At all of the shows on the tour. So it will be available here in Saskatoon Saturday, November 1st. It's a custom blend, custom scent, custom label. And this kind of came out from probably a few years ago. We talked about it when you invited me to a show a few years ago, and I, for whatever reason, was, I mean, stoked to do it, but it's always, you know, anytime something extra gets kind of thrown in, it's you know, a little bit of hesitation, or I didn't want to disappoint you, or I don't know why it took me so long to kind of finally pull the trigger, but a few things. So was super happy that you reached out again, and we were able to kind of pull that off. So look for that on your merch table at all the Great Lake Swimmers shows throughout the tour.
Question?
Yes.
How did this come about? Because this is some of the coolest shit. Like we talk about getting your name out there and raising awareness, because it's non-traditional now in everything you do. You don't just go hit number one and then you're famous and everyone knows. Like, how did you come up with this idea? Because crossovers and collabs like this, I feel like this is the future. This is where we should be right now, because this is cool as shit.
Man, I love it. Can I tell the story?
Sure.
Yeah. So basically, we've been touring across Canada for many years now, but we had a show at the Broadway in Saskatoon, and I had run out of deodorant, actually. And so I ran across the street to this store, and they were selling a bunch of Uncle Mike's products there. I grabbed a deodorant. I tried it. I had it for the rest of the tour, and I was so impressed. I think I might have bought some soap too. I was so impressed that I actually sent Uncle Mike a fan letter saying, "Hey, I'm not usually prone to this. I don't usually send these kinds of things out, but we were playing at the Broadway, went across the street, bought your deodorant. I love it, and I just wanted to say how much I love your products, and great job, and you know, from a true fan." And then Uncle Mike thankfully responded and said, "Oh, I know your band. I've been listening to your band for years, you know." And So it was like this really nice sort of like, oh, cool, and then the next time we came through, I invited him out to a show. We got to hang out and we talked about maybe doing a collaboration sometime, like on some kind of natural product. It's very in line with our sort of views as a band and how we like to keep things environmentally friendly as we can while we're on the road and
Natural
so
and chemical free.
natural and chemical free as we can. So it was a really sort of like a fun opportunity to try something, and that's basically it in a nutshell. A lot of I think mutual appreciation for our respective fields there, and I've been a user and a proponent of Uncle Mike's. I tell anyone that'll listen how great his products are that he's come up with. So and I love his story, and I love your story of you making your way into this kind of world and the business too. So just indie spirit, from the roots up, and I love it, and I'm so proud of it that we got to collaborate.
Ah, thanks, Tony.
This is the stuff.
Well, that's, I mean, when I got your email, like I'm probably blushing right
You
now,
are.
but
You're turning
I
a
was
little
blushing
red. I'm
because
seeing it.
I first heard you, on CBC radio driving to work, and I can't remember what album it was, but this was probably 15 years ago, kind of thing. And so when I got your email, I was like, whatever, as a business, as a band, basically having an email now. I'm sure there's a lot of like spammy emails, and I get numerous ones that are people trying to be someone they're not, and they're trying to, whatever. And
Uncle Mike has a lot of trust issues with people on the internet.
Careful.
Yeah.
You can't be too careful online these days.
Yes, yeah. So
Lots
I
of
was like,
scammers.
wait a second, like, is this actually Tony? And so of course,
How do you ask that? Hey, can you please prove this is the guy that I super duper love?
Yeah, and it was I was honored, I was amazed, I was super happy. I mean, just the fact that you had tried, just that you got
That
the
you're
email,
using
let
it,
alone that you
yeah.
were inviting me to the show, let alone that we thought, didn't think that years later something like this would come out and eventually develop a friendship, I guess, and like you say, just similar views on a lot of things, and I really do appreciate it. I love what you do. Super
Right,
excited to
Becca?
see you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Excited to see you
It's been a
play
great show, too.
again. Yes, yeah.
It's been a great tour, as I said, without teaming up with the Elliott Brood guys, they've been at it a long time too. And the two bands together, there's been a lot of people that have been saying like, oh man, like two bands I really love on the same bill together. We could have done this tour separately and also, and done just as well, I think. But it's really nice with the two of us on this bill. It really drives it home. It's a great night of music, and the Elliott Brood guys are a little more on the rockin' side. We're a little bit more on the folk rockin' side, a little bit more kind of close your eyes kind of music, and they're a little bit more kind of fist pumping. They are very excited about how well the Jays are doing.
Oh yes.
Good days.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure to be on the road with them, and yeah, I think it's a great show. It's been going really well.
Have you done any radio interviews at all? Are people still doing radio interviews nowadays?
Yeah, we have been doing some radio a little bit. There's been some things from local CBC across the country that we've been doing a little bit. I went in to visit the CBC in Edmonton while we were there.
Nice.
It's a lot of podcasts, a lot of that kind of thing now too, though. And I kind of like that because you get a chance to get into like a more of a conversation rather than a kind of a soundbite. So that's been nice. But yeah, CBC, some local campus and community radios too. Up in Northern Ontario, we've done a few with community radio, which I'm a big supporter of as well. So I never mind taking the time to do that. But yeah, radio's a weird thing right now. A lot of things are online, right? A lot of things are streaming. So
that's exactly why I wanted to ask, because we have the best community radio in town at CFCR. I did a couple months over there. Shout out to CFCR. We're huge supporters. Love those guys. But I spent, I guess it'd be like 25 years in the radio business, and my happiest days were when bands would come through, because I would know if you're coming through Saskatoon, you've already been touring for a while. If you're coming East Coast, West, doesn't matter. If you're at our point, you're sick of radio people. So I always like took it upon myself to be like the ally to the bands. Like, all right, guys, I know you're doing this all the time. We're not going to ask any stock questions. We're just going to have conversation. And one of my biggest strengths was the ability to do that, because all the other radio hosts would, okay, you are this band. How was the ride from there to here? Like, just the worst stock shit. And it always bugged me. So I just want to know if that was still a thing going on, because the reason we started this entire place, this network on YouTube, is because years ago I realized people aren't really into radio and TV anymore. Everyone's going to YouTube for all their content. So the fact that we're here now, once more and more people are realizing that, and then you to say, it's more podcast than radio, that just accentuates that we're in the right place. And I was just wondering if that was sort of a thing. So it's nice to know that. Besides community, because I always say community radio, CFCR will never die. They will never die, because they're not corporate owned. It's amazing stuff.
CKUA is another one out of Edmonton and Calgary. Actually, we stopped at CKUA. They have a great thing going on there too. I love that. I love that kind of connects the dots across Canada for bands like ours. And we were talking actually not too long ago with the Elliott Brood guys. It's like, wow, what if like mainstream radio, like FM radio, like your average, whatever it is, even pop radio or classic rock radio, whatever it is, what if once every couple hours, or even once a day, if they picked something that you wouldn't normally hear on the radio, like an Elliott Brood track or something like that, and just kind of slipped it in there just to see what happened, how much that would help bands, especially new bands. It's really hard. I don't envy anyone trying to get into the music industry right now, but to help break like a new band that's just coming out, just starting out, wouldn't it be great to hear just one thing that's new that you wouldn't normally listen to, you wouldn't normally throw on? It's not something you'd normally hear on mainstream radio. How much that would probably open people's ears to something different, and also really help that band.
I can
tell that out there. You never know who's listening.
I can tell you, as a guy who did that, all that happens is you get yelled at, and then eventually you get pushed out the door. I got to a point where I'd say, all right, this band's coming from here. They're really awesome. They're different. You, boss, won't like it, but I promise you the people listening will love it. Nope. You stick to your programming schedule, and you do not change that. So me being the dumbass I am, I say, okay, that sounds good, boss. And then I just throw the tracks in anyway. And I got yelled at about once every couple of weeks, because I was playing my local buddies' bands on the mainstream radio station. And all I would do, I'd get yelled at, and then I would go right back in the studio, turn on the microphone and say, well, here's what happened. I just played this awesome band that we all love and enjoyed, and I got in shit for it, because my boss doesn't think that you're important enough to care about local music.
Well, you were fighting the good fight, my friend. And
all the way out the door, I walked out with my head held high, because I knew I did something great. And it's one of those rare occasions where everybody won, because they didn't want a guy who went on the air every day and trashed the radio station. And I didn't want to go on the air and lie every day to be like, yeah, this is awesome. We support everything. So, and if that didn't happen, none of this would happen, and it would be a whole different life. So it all worked out for the best. But I can answer that question is, you get fired if you try to play those tracks that you think people might enjoy.
Yeah. Well, that's a shame, but it would be nice if we could embrace that, lean into that a little bit more. And I appreciate that.
Well, that's why community radio is so freaking sweet, dude, because that's all it is. You got nobody saying you can't play that. And it's heaven on earth. It's the way radio should be. Sorry, I'm really hijacking everything. I'm really excited about all this.
I love it.
It's good to sort of check in with, the old ways, because touring, man, do you find touring, do you find touring nowadays harder or easier?
Harder on almost every level. Everything's gotten so much more expensive.
That's for sure. Yeah.
From van repairs to, I just had an oil change for our van that cost like $270. Everything's kind of going up, like for an oil change. You know what I mean? Because we've been out to the coast and back, and so we're trying to keep on top of things, and had a few repairs, had a few breakdowns already, actually. So on the van, so all of that's more expensive. There's no such thing as a cheap hotel anymore. Try to cut as many corners as we can with all that stuff. Gas has gone up, food's gone up, all of the cost of living has gone up. So it makes it really hard to be out there doing this. We do it because we love it, and because we're passionate about it, and it's what we know. But it is hard. I will say it's harder than ever, for sure, to be out on the road. Yeah.
Yep.
That's too much.
I know.
It
Yeah.
sucks. It sucks because that's the best part of being in a band is hitting the road and touring. Like that's supposed to be where you're thriving, you're living your best life, and now it's the world's making it harder to do. And
Yeah.
besides making more money, there's not much you can do about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we again, like I'm doing our own, like I'm basically the de facto tour manager, and this week next, like I'm just kind of picking up a lot of the extra jobs, so I'll
Yep.
be like counting merch at the end of the night. I'll be booking everything. I'm kind of the go-to and the catch-all for all of that stuff. So there's ways for bands at our level to kind of get around it without having to hire extra staff, which unfortunately, that was kind of the first thing that we had to cut was, someone to help drive and someone to help, tech, or someone to help tour manage. And so I do have a pretty good team that's trying to help out from back home as best they can, but out on the road, it can be a bit of a grind when you're doing everything, when you're doing all those jobs and wearing all those different hats. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I happen to just I love it enough to do that and pick up the slack. So that's one way that we're making it happen.
You have to love it. If you don't love it, you're not going to make it. You're so
Yeah.
right, because you're not.
That's
And it's the same with this. You're going to start a media network. Great, awesome. If you don't already know how to live poor because you've been in radio for 25 years, you're not going to make it. If you can't be a minimalist, you cannot have a place like that. And that whole
Yeah.
money thing goes out the window and it becomes about passion. And it's all about passion. If you got the passion, then you can make it through. Yeah.
And I mean, I think, for you, Tony, you hear that in the music. Like I said, when I first heard you, it was like probably not my normal genre of music that I was listening to, but it was your music that kind of opened me up to other things. It didn't all have to be punk rock or hardcore or whatever. And I realized that I actually found joy in other music because of you.
You don't have to scratch far below the surface. Yeah, but in the Canadian music scene, you don't have to scratch far below the surface to find like cool Americana, cool folk stuff. There's all kinds of like great music that's just below the surface, and we as musicians too have respect for all genres and everyone that's trying to do this. So, and we got a lot of friends in a lot of kind of parallel genres or whatever, or different genres that you cross paths with a lot of the same faces, and everyone's working hard. So yeah, I appreciate that for sure, and I get it absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, it was excited to see Elliott Brood that you were touring with them. That was just kind of a bonus. I mean, obviously, love to obviously come and see you guys, but I haven't seen them before. Again, discovered them on CBC radio as well, and when I saw that on the bill, I was pretty excited. So I'm looking forward to Saturday night, November 1st, Capitol Music Club, Great Lake Swimmers and Elliott Brood.
I think there's still some tickets left, so check it out. Anyone who's listening here, if you're interested at all, check us out. We're easy to find online. We're on all the streamers. We're on the YouTube.
Hit us up. Hit us up with all your info. Let everyone know. Promote yourself, man. That's what this is all about.
That's it. That's all there is. Or if you punch in Great Lake Swimmers into
You'll get it.
you'll find us for sure.
No, really appreciate it. Yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you so much, Tony, again for joining us, and to this guy for setting this all up. I always love when it's different here. I always love the main goal of this place is always being different, because we are now in a world, especially online, where everyone's trying to do what everyone else is doing. So I always tell people, be different, do things different. That's why we go live every day. No one has the balls to go live anymore because you're opening yourself up and you make mistakes. Around here, we embrace it. When stuff falls over, when we make mistakes, we laugh. I say, oh, look, we're real, just like you, So it's all just, it's really good to know that there's still good people out there doing stuff the right way. I think that's what I took home from this. And I wish you all the best, brother, on the tour and with everything, the music, the beard oil. So pumped about that, and
people love it. It smells amazing.
Awesome.
I'm gonna throw some on here right away. I'm gonna get Uncle Mike to do me up, so it'll be perfect. And travel safe, and we will, I guess, see you in a couple days, man. This is gonna be exciting.
All right, guys. Pleasure talking to you.
Hey, thanks so much, Tony.
Take care, Tony.
Great show tonight.
Woo!
We'll see you Saturday.
Right on.
See you Saturday.
Okay. See you.
Perfect. Woo! LB, come on now. That's all right. He'll take you out. He was flirting with our buddy Andrew. There it is. It's always the awkward, the awkward goodbye. It's like, do I go? Yeah. And I look in there and I see LB working like he always
He's doing
is.
it. He's doing it. He's working on it.
We're good. Dude, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Like I said, I mean, when I first heard them and discovered them, I was like, man, I really like these guys. Yeah. And then I got this email. Yeah. And it was like, oh my gosh, I feel, well, like, I said,
you feel like the hot girl you got a crush on texted you.
Yeah. And it was like, hey, this is finally paid off. Like, I can retire now.
I put in years of work in it trying to give this girl a kiss, and she's now texting me.
Yes. Yeah. And
Dude,
so
I'm so jelly.
And he, I mean, like I said, he reached out. He kind of had the idea of kind of doing a collaborative beard oil, and of course I was all over it and managed to pull it off. It was a pretty tight timeline, just because obviously they wanted it for tour.
Yeah.
So
they could sell it at the merch.
Right. They weren't coming here until November 1st, but their tour started, I think, like the 14th of October or 15th. So I think they had played Regina, and then it just so happened they had gone to Regina and then were coming back through Saskatoon. So I had it ready for them by the 15th or 16th, and then they picked it up, and then they were heading west, and then obviously now they'll be coming back east.
So cool.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Man, that's right there. That's right there with Gary from OWC.
Yes.
Like this all that angst show, man, this guy's a big dog.
Yep.
I never thought in a million years I'd be able to say, yeah, my buddy Gary from Oswald's Walking Connection gave me this cassette tape of like all my favorite songs that I want to open, but I can't because it's like a collector's thing for me. So
don't break that seal.
I'm going to have to. I'm going to go find my ghetto blaster and just start blasting it. It's been way too long since I've listened to cassette. I know it hasn't been that long for you.
I know.
Well,
I've still got a bunch.
When's the last time you played one? I remember you bring it up. That's why I say I know that you at least have them around.
It was in the Subaru, so that probably would have been like maybe a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
But,
cassettes.
Compared to 20 years ago or 30 years ago when cassettes kind of went out, I guess. But they're kind of back, especially with like small, I mean, a lot of local bands. Like I've got a lot of buddies in the punk and kind of hardcore scene. They're releasing cassettes,
Next thing we have to do, and I feel like we got enough people here, enough smart people where we could figure it out. Let's start selling ghetto blasters, man. Let's start selling tape players. Bring back tape players.
I mean, a Walkman.
I have a Walkman. That's
my
old trusty Walkman, baby blue.
I try to explain to my kids, and they're like, "What?
What do you mean Walkman?"
Or like when it eats the tape, and they're like, "What do you mean you have to like? What do you mean you can't skip a song?"
Yeah, bro.
I have a CD player in my truck, and I was like, I was driving Silas to water polo, and it's like, oh, here you can like fast forward or you can skip, but in tapes you could just fast forward or rewind. You couldn't skip a song, and then you go past your songs, and then you have to go back. Then you go back and forward and back, and then tape gets eaten.
Oh no!
And then you're really up.
Happened again.
Yeah.
LB, what do you say we give Frankie a kick and get the heck out of here, eh? Wow, what a show! Huge thank you to Mr. Baseball as he joined to kick off the show, talking about that crazy, record-breaking, record-tying World Series Game 3 last night. The Jays almost won it. 18 innings, man. It was wild. And they're right back at it again. Less than an hour from now. Shane Bieber versus Shohei Ohtani. It's going to be crazy. And Mr. Baseball getting started there. He's going to be back tomorrow for the All the Way Around table. So we will go more into the Blue Jays. All the love out to our Matt from all the bands, our sweet, beautiful prince. He's dealing with some stuff, so we love you and we miss you. We'll see you next week. The barber, doing some kid stuff, being a good parent. Shout out to him. Very well done. To your older broski.
Yeah, an extra.
You get to perform in front of your older brother. How do you think he did, Chris? Oh, he's kind. See, mine would have sewered me right off the bat. The good brother right there. It's great to get you in here. Royal Anders just showed up. My God, you look like you've been relaxed.
You look pampered.
He looks pampered. You hit a spa up on the way over here or what? You hit a spa up on the way over here? You're glowing.
You're glowing. I was going to say, you're glowing, yeah.
That's
complexion is amazing.
And most of all, thank you to you, because without you, this doesn't happen. So we love you. We appreciate you. And enjoy the baseball tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, all the way around table. We're going to break down every single thing that went on tonight in that baseball game and even more as we get you ready for the third game in LA tomorrow night. Go baseball.
Go baseball.
Go baseball. Thank you to you and thank you to our guests.
Yes, to Tony.
Check out the album.
Great Leg Swimmers.
That's it.
New album, Caught Light. They are playing the Capitol Music Club Saturday. November 1st with Elliot Brood.
Still a couple tickets available. Hit them up and go see Uncle Mike there and have a lot of fun.
grab
Damn 20 promo code, by the way. Damn 20 promo code. Use it.
Grab a custom collaborative beard oil at the show.
And with that, we will be leaving you. I'm off to the Elmwood Fall Feast. I will talk more about that tomorrow as well. Enjoy the baseball tonight and just keep doing those good things, all right? Because every time you do them, the world becomes better and you can feel it. It's starting to turn, so just keep up the great work. We love you. We will miss you until tomorrow. Yeah, there's the Fall Feast. I'm going to be there right away. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.
Smell you later.
Catch